Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. You may be familiar with the term mudflood, and we may be having one underway. Well, I think we do. I think we have been in a mudflood process. I think it takes time. But it also, at the same time, feels like it's just ongoing on planet Earth.
Ongoing and going, and just, it ratchets up a little bit. It seems like every day.
In case you didn't notice, all these houses appear to have windows that are halfway to where you would expect them to be. In other words, a floor that was once the ground floor is now underground. And we've talked about this before many times. This gentleman, in fact, and under his house, deep under his house, they found a whole, this is in the Netherlands, by the way, gosh, I mean, there's just so much beneath our feet all the time. We talk about it on our property because we're surrounded by Native American or indigenous mounds, which may be related to burials. They may be related to other things as well. Well, again, the recognition now, finally, of mass amounts of people recognizing that we've had just monumental weather events, I guess you could say, or something bigger than that. That's happened in our past that's literally buried one civilization underneath the ones that come after it. And when you look over to what's going on in Wrightwood, California, for instance, pray for Wrightwood. It's in tough shape right now. Massive debris flows. Again, all of California seems to be kind of under storms right now. Doesn't that hit you? Like what we are witnessing with mudfloods? I mean, you can see this is how it happens. But, how does it really happen? We could see it happening. But what's really happening? Is it just as simple as, disruptive atmospheric river patterns? That wouldn't explain it for all over the world. In some areas of the world don't really get the same conditions that you do over on the Pacific coastline of the USA.
And this is really, really messy. So after this video, we're going to spend some moments just doing a prayer, sending energy to everyone who's going to be affected. Because this could be very, very big. It already is very big. So one of our things is to try to get that energy out there to those who might need it.
And one thing we've brought up multiple times, talking about all the water coming onto the soil, 8 pounds a gallon of water, trillions and trillions of gallons are falling. That's an immense amount of weight that's added to already, in some cases, maybe very tense fault line situations when we look to Cascadia and the San Andreas. In this circumstance right now, because we are talking West Coast, this is Daly City, as you're seeing. This is Christmas Day, 2025, and there's massive flooding underway, and it's just been a historic rainfall. But we've been talking about one historic rainfall after another. Again, it seems to me since 2017. Timing. I started evolutionary pretty much right when the first eclipse was. And maybe that was my higher self saying, it's go time. You've been doing other things that have been your primary focus of work, and it's time to shift gears because you got to cover what's happening on the planet. It's historic and dangerous. Dangerous floods and rock mudslides. Christmas Eve and day. Never drive through these flooded roads, and people still do. Have multiple ways to receive reliable notifications. Yes, absolutely. Make sure your cell phones are charged, and hopefully you have battery packs and the like, and gas in the car. Just like with us too, we pretty much just have one way out. If our road gets blocked off, there's no backwards way to go. You can't get out. So we would be just stuck where we are. If there, and by the way, there's a river that's pretty close to that road. But this is where our daily spiritual practice comes in. Look at this. wait a minute, doesn't this look just like what we just witnessed when I first start? Look at that, right? Notice that. And then what were we talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, we're in a mud flood. This is a mud flood process. This is how it happens. This is just part of a much bigger changing period on planet Earth.
I mean, that is just so heartbreaking. How do you even fathom to even walk through there and take video? Imagine the livelihoods of the families that are affected by that. What are they going to do? What can you do? I don't know. Can you dig them out? Are they going to have to? I don't know.
Yeah, and what's going to happen over time, because this keeps ramping up, is I think you're going to see people herded more into cities and maybe into high rises. Again, time will tell how this plays out. So the atmospheric river storm that's unleashed heavy downpours across Southern California, some areas seeing more than half a foot of flooding. It's continuing to drench the area on Christmas Day. Widespread flooding reported. Mandatory evacuation orders been issued for several communities, especially those in burn scar zones. This is what happens. The fires lead to erosion of the soil, and trees get taken out, and their roots and holding everything solid, all that goes away, and then you get swamped. And this is just not good, because two more impulses are going to move through the area Thursday and Friday and bring heavy periods of showers and some thunderstorms too. And, again, just simply send your prayers to everybody in these areas, because, you might be in Northern California, then you're facing snow, which eventually will end up melting. This is Sierra Nevada area. Again, beautiful, beautiful area. Challenges. We all are going to have challenges in these times. There's a scientific report warning that tectonic plate on which India rests has started breaking from within. A process that could one day divide India into two parts. Now, the scientists will tell us, don't worry, that's going to take hundreds of thousands or millions of years. I don't think so. I think this planet changes far more rapidly than they tell us. I do believe the Earth is expanding, and expanding Earth theory is something that just hit me right away as just resonating.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty interesting idea.
And on November 12th, 1833, you had what they call a highly intense meteor shower occurred. Those that were awake to witness the storm were in awe. Between 50,000 and 150,000 meteors fell each hour. What did they really witness? That's a good question, because, when you look into this, people were just blown away as this. It looked like there was stuff everywhere in the sky, and it was going from every quarter, flying in every direction, but overall towards the southwest. And it kept up an incessant illumination of the heavens. Actually, very famous people, including Abraham Lincoln, Joseph Smith, and Frederick Douglass, all talked about this night. What really went on? Now, what's the cause? They say it's the Leonids, the meteor shower. Now, they say, again, it puts on a spectacular show every 33 years. Happens every year. Spectacular one every 33 years. Dating back to 900 AD, it's caused by debris in a comet tail. That's what they tell us. But this pattern hasn't worked out. It really, again, they give us a lot of things that don't work out. And we did like 5 or 6 videos that are scheduled to go up on evolutionary, one per day over the next 5 or 6 days, just looking more into the health and wellness and how do we take care of our health type of thing. Again, when you have doctors that believe one thing for 80 years, then all of a sudden they find out they're completely wrong. It's the science. Trust in the science till it proves itself wrong. Well, when has it proven itself right? According to NASA, never a straight answer, or there's also not a space agency, right? I love some of the acronyms you guys come up with. But anyway, maybe this will be the year we get another, storm like that, because it didn't happen this year. This year, meaning 2026. Again, it's part of discovering what's going on planet Earth. What the heck is that? The Wicked Witch from the West?
I don't know. That thing looks pretty wild. It looks like it's going in a certain direction, and there's other pictures too, right? That show it stopping.
Well, yeah, and I think it looks like graphene oxide to me. I wonder if somehow they can manipulate graphene oxide so that it can take different forms and literally, oppose the gravitational forces of the Earth, because that's what it kind of hits me. And I've seen stuff like this before that looks to me to be flying graphene oxide. This is how the mud flood works. There you go. There you go. How a mud flood reset is done. Flat out truth. Again, if it's that true, then we're basically on spaceship Earth. You're actually living on a mothership. Again, there's many different levels to our reality, and many people are coming to understand that what they were brought up with and taught in school is not actually how it works.
No, it's not. There's a lot of different things that have come together, and there's a little bit of truth in each one. That's the sad part, but we all need to work on pulling it together with each other.
Well, that's a really realistic looking. Oh no, it was an owl, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a real owl that flew in, came down the chimney, and settled on the Christmas tree. I was going to say that was a really, really good looking ornament you got there. And these are some adorable ones. And this reminds me of our doe that brought her babies around, and they come every night to get fed. They're so adorable, and they've gotten so big, and so far they're not being hunted by anybody, or at least they've escaped the hunters.
They're just so cute.
Hopefully humanity will escape its hunters and waken up to the bigger picture.
Indeed.
As always, guys, much love. Thank you for your support. Come join us on Patreon. Also, we invite you to join the YouTube memberships as well. There's exclusive videos that usually go up on a weekly basis. If you want to make an appointment for life coaching, energy work, Vedic astrology, opening up chakras, using Cindy's various gifts, because she has gifts, and it's a gift to be with you guys as well. Just reach us at evolutionaryenergyarts@gmail.com. Source, bless, and namaste.
Namaste.